That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Jason David Frank.
Boom shakalaka.
Please do not change channel.
Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thank you so much for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, we've got just a minute to wait. That guy, he takes forever every time. Subscribe. Come back over and over again. We're interviewing artists, authors, filmmakers, musicians, cosplayers, creators of all kinds from the floor of MegaCon 2018. And we're here right now hanging with illustrator John Bellotti. John, thanks for hanging with us, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I know it's busy out there. Everything's just started out, so thanks for coming over and giving us a few minutes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your art.
Sure.
Okay. So you woke up one morning and you had to call Dad and say, "I'm going to be an artist." Tell us about that journey. About that phone call. Okay.
Yeah. That wasn't a phone call. It was more of like I drew a naked mermaid in kindergarten. And the teacher called up my parents and said, "Hey, your son drew a naked mermaid." Yeah. My mom was like, "Oh my God, he can draw pretty good," and that's kind of how I got started.
All right. Yeah. All right. The butt kicking I would have taken before I got he draws pretty good. See.
Yeah.
This is how you get an artist. Oh my God, that's really good.
Yeah.
So you've been drawing a long time.
Drawn, yeah, since I can remember.
Okay. Yeah. And so when did you decide this was a profession?
Since I was about this big.
Really?
If you could believe I was that big, yeah, I was that big. So really, really tiny.
We don't let him stand up because it makes me look bad on camera. But so you just always wanted to be this.
Always wanted to be an artist.
Wanted to be firemen. You wanted to be an artist.
Yeah. Wow. It's like you grew up in my town. They all wanted to be firemen.
I wanted to be a writer, but my dad was like, "You want to do what?"
Oh, that's
I was like, "Yeah."
That's unfortunate.
He was very supportive when I actually did produce something.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, that actually doesn't suck."
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
High praise, right?
Yeah.
So, what is the most popular universe that you work in right now?
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Anything, everything Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Wait for it. They'll laugh.
Yeah.
They will.
I
Okay.
hope so.
Me too. That's my living, brother. What draws you into a particular universe to want to create it?
Yeah, something like Godzilla, I grew up with it, so it's got a very personal attachment to me as a kid. And being that I'm an artist, I said, well, as an artist, you want to find something passionate that you want to create.
As a subject, yeah.
And Godzilla was just something I started drawing. I was always afraid to draw him because I was afraid it was going to suck because I hate everything I do.
What medium do you work in?
I do traditional pencils, and then I color it all in Adobe Illustrator.
Wow.
So it's all digital.
It's all digital.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you prefer to work like kind of straight from screen, kind of classic Godzilla?
Yeah.
Do you prefer to make it a little bit creative yourself?
I try to be as accurate to the films as possible because I want people to hang up a poster representing the movie that they like.
Yeah.
I don't want it to look like the movie that they saw.
Like you made up a Godzilla character.
Sort
I think
of.
somebody in Hollywood did that a few years back. They just stuck a name on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Said Godzilla. They used that one line, one Japanese guy in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And they used one line.
Yeah.
Favorite, most unusual drawing that you've done for Godzilla?
I have an anime character holding a tiny Godzilla in her hand.
And a tiny Godzilla.
Tiny Godzilla.
I remember. Do you remember? We were kids, and they had a Godzilla animated series.
The Hanna-Barbera series.
The Hanna-Barbera series. That was. I remember that. I was like, wow, that is so cool because I had seen the old black and white films and thought, wow, there's a character for my age that's like that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
So, what other universes do you like to draw?
That's
do you just anywhere you go, or
mostly Asian cinema.
Asian cinema?
Yeah, it's just stuff.
Is there something that draws you to that in particular?
The culture, the martial arts, martial arts movies.
My oldest boy is an Asian cultures major, so that's why I asked.
Oh, nice.
He was actually drawn to Asian cinema and anime, and working within sort of post-World War II Japan as the art just sort of to pour out.
Oh, the films coming out of post-war Japan were incredible.
Yeah.
Kurosawa and all those guys are unbelievable.
For those of you that don't know, we're in geek culture here. Kurosawa, without Kurosawa, there's no Star Wars.
On
that
the
was
nose.
George Lucas's
Yes.
inspiration was the Kurosawa film.
Right.
Because as we all know, we follow the droids on this adventure, not necessarily Luke or Leia or whatever.
Right.
And that was those two little characters in the Kurosawa film.
The Hidden Fortress.
The Hidden Fortress.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know that, that's the inspiration.
Yeah.
So do you take commission work? Do you draw and just sell it at events or venues?
I do, but I don't take as much because I do this as a hobby that's turned into a second business for me.
Awesome.
My first job.
We love to hear that, by the way. When you're talented and you find a way to, someone told me, a mentor a long time ago, the luckiest person alive is the person who finds what they love to do and finds someone willing to pay them to do it.
Right.
And we love to hear that our artists are able to do that because this is a hard road to hoe.
It's a very hard road, but it's been working out. My day job is great too. So
What do you do for a living?
I'm a member of United Scenic Artists Local 829 in New York.
United Scenic Artists.
So I'm a set painter. So I work on movies,
Wow.
TV shows. So I paint backgrounds, sets.
That's fantastic.
Right.
You can clean this up for me. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
just
I
saying,
can. Yeah. Iron some of this out.
Iron it out a little bit,
Yeah.
Where do you like to work? Do you have a favorite nook in the house or someplace outside? Where do you like to work?
There's a park across the street from our building that overlooks the water, and there's one tree I sit under, and that's where I did my first Godzilla poster, where I started drawing it.
Wow.
And that's been like my good luck spot. That's
like
where I go to draw.
That's the lucky spot.
Yeah, I go there, and when the warmer weather, I'm like right out the door at the chair and in the sketchbook.
You can catch John in a park, near him.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and a tree grows in Brooklyn. You'll
See,
find me.
There's one tree in Brooklyn. He's under it, and he's drawn Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Where are you headed from here?
The 5 Points Festival in Brooklyn, New York.
5 Points Festival.
Yeah, it's designer toys, urban vinyl, and
That's fantastic.
urban art. Yeah, it's next weekend. It's going to be great.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to at MegaCon? Is there something you're working on at the table? Are you?
No, I'm just here. I'm just here to talk to people, meet people, make sell some work, make some money, have a good time.
Hey, David, that's art is a profession.
Yeah.
Yes. You can download them from the internet, but you don't want to do that. You want to support an artist because that's how we eat sometimes. Or ramen.
Ramen's okay.
Ramen's okay too, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever collaborate with other artists on some of your projects?
Not so much.
No?
No, it's just been a matter of timing, and the artists I know, we're all kind of wrapped up in our own thing.
In your own thing.
Yeah, so it's hard to really
Yeah.
collaborate.
So we're waiting for the big, all the artists get together and it's the Godzilla Deadpool collaboration.
But like the Avengers Infinity War of Godzilla artists.
Yeah,
we just get them all together.
All
and
together.
Snap your fingers
That's
and we're
a
all
bad
done.
day. That's a bad day. You're from New York.
Yes.
Okay. There's an artist union
Yes.
that you're a member of.
United Scenic Artists.
United Scenic Artists, and that's you said they're film sets and
Film, TV, and Broadway.
So what's the coolest piece of art you've ever done on a commission for the?
I work on a TV show called The Blacklist, starring James Spader. We just got picked up for season 6.
Some of you might have heard of that, or James Spader. He's a guy. He did some stuff. Really?
Ultron, maybe.
Maybe.
Denny Crane.
Thing. Yeah.
Pretty in Pink.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you.
You like that?
I don't feel so old now. We both came to that on our own. Any special projects that you're working on coming up? Anything you're looking forward to? Anything you're doing for the local, or just going to crank out those Godzilla?
I just keep cranking out
That's
more
great
Godzilla
poster
posters.
art, by the way. We're going to spin some of that up. We want all of our folks out on the web to see some of the work that you're doing.
That'd be great. That'd be
Fantastic stuff. We're going to put links down below for John, so you can find him on social media. You can stalk him, ask about his art, maybe if he's got a girlfriend, whatever you guys want to know. He's got a ring on, okay? Be nice. Keep it PG down in the comments, okay? So we know you work in traditional pencil.
Yes.
And you do all of your inking on digitally.
Yeah, inking and coloring.
Coloring, okay. Do you favor a color palette? Darker, lighter,
Lighter,
hues?
red,
Reds?
bright colors.
vibrant colors?
Yeah, vibrant colors. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, how do you extrapolate? Most of that classic Godzilla stuff is in black and white. How do you interpret what you think things should be?
Only
Some
the
of
first
later ones.
Yeah, there's like almost 30 movies. Only the first 2 are black and white.
Oh wow.
Yeah, after that it's all.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's all full
I learned
color.
something new about Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's all full color stuff. So
All
you have
full color,
there's
yeah.
a full palette for you to choose from.
Yeah, full palette.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Most of us are familiar with Godzilla from Saturday afternoons, when they didn't have anything to run before there were 800 channels.
Right.
And so, they always run the ones that, I'm most familiar with.
Right.
So, wow, that's a lot of films.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of material.
They're still
to choose
going.
from.
We have a new one coming out next year in Hollywood.
New Hollywood version of
Godzilla 2. King of the Monsters.
We just did, that's right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Are you working? Are you putting in for any poster work or anything, or are you just being inspired?
Just being inspired for the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know you're doing backdrops and sets for other things.
I know, it's, yeah.
Hollywood, call him.
Well, this is the escape from my day job. This is like a nice distraction.
So let's keep Godzilla in the recreational box.
If Legendary wants me to do a poster, call me.
Call. He's ready.
I'm waiting.
He's by the phone. Well, maybe his wife is somebody's by the phone. They'll take your call, we promise. We got to wrap it up. We've been doing this for 10 minutes or more, so we're going to say thank you to our partners and our friends at Some Unique Magazine, Famous Faces and Funnies, Krypton Radio, Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services, who were gracious enough to book us in here at MegaCon so we could chat with you guys.
Yeah.
We want to thank MegaCon, our great friends here, for putting us on the floor in the middle of the action. We got artists, authors, cosplayers. This is where it's at this weekend, everybody. Remember, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it. That was awesome.
Yeah.